Fairsley, 20-year-old artist, is beefing with his 25-year-old grandma ex-fan on TikTok. And if you don't know who our freshly 20-year-old artist is, his name is Sombr, and he has quite popular songs like this one, for example. YouTube copyrighted this part, but it goes, "How can we go back to being friends when we shared a bed? If you know, you know." And this is how all the drama started.
Hi guys, good morning, welcome back. This is gonna be a little different than my typical content, but I had one of the worst experiences of my life this weekend, and it feels like a disservice to the public to not share it, so here we go. I went to go see Sombr Sunday night at the Anthem in DC. If you don't know who Sombr is, he's a 20-year-old artist. He blew up online, I think on TikTok. He has a lot of hits. I like a lot of his music. A lot of people my age like a lot of his music, whatever. I was really excited to go see him. I don't really go to concerts that often unless I really love an artist. I was so excited to see this performance. By far, genuinely the worst concert I've ever been to in my life for a multitude of reasons. But I'm gonna explain to you why, if you're over the age of 16, you should not spend your money on a Sombr concert. Let me walk you through my evening. We get in line, it's pouring down rain, the line's like 1.5 miles long. That's all cool. Sold out show, Mother Nature, I don't care. We're waiting in line and there's a group in front of us of like 4 teenage girls and their dad. And I wasn't scanning the entire line, I was trying not to get rained on, but I was just like, that's really sweet. They must be big Sombr fans so that their dad brought them to the show. That was red flag number 1. I'd say a pink flag, right? That was just whatever. First big red flag, we get to the door, the guy checks my ID. I'm 25 years old, mind you, so is my boyfriend. The guy looks at my ID, starts quizzing me like it's a fake. He's like, "What's your zip code?"
The concept of asking someone who clearly looks like an adult such questions.
Looking me up and down. I genuinely was like, what? I say back to him like, "Oh my gosh, I'm actually so flattered, like, thank you." He chuckles a little bit and at that point gives me a wristband. And I was like, thanks. What? Like, sorry, I feel like I look like I'm in my mid-20s and my boyfriend sure as hell does. My code, where were you? Crazy. I get inside and immediately I clock why I got checked on my ID. It is the closest to a middle school dance I've ever been since I was in middle school at a dance. The only adults in the room are the parents and then my boyfriend and I. It was thousands upon thousands of tweens running around like they were at a middle school dance. You know what? Let's just get a beer. Let's just hang out until the show starts. I'm still gonna enjoy the music, right? I still really love his songs. Cool. We go, but alas, the lights dim. The opener comes on stage. We go, oh, yay. We get to enjoy some music. The opener for Sombr, bless her heart. I know it's really hard to sing to a room full of people that do not know any of your songs. She sucked. She was so bad.
I saw the opener she is talking about, and she was not that bad. She was bad though. No shade, but why do all the new artists sing like Taylor Swift?
She kind of looked like when you're pretending to sing in your bedroom in the mirror. She was doing like that, but on stage. Example, the corners of the stage, she would just walk back and forth. That's cool, that's fine. Every time she would get to the corner of a stage, she would pretend like someone was waving at her in the crowd just to do this.
She also says the guy was doing a lot of questionable stuff, from the brain rot jokes to sexual jokes, when he clearly knows his target audience is a bunch of minors.
Cut to main performer. Sombr gets on stage. I'm excited, I'm thrilled. I'm like, ooh, finally, I'm gonna enjoy myself, right? First 2 minutes he's on stage, he makes a 6-7 joke. I'm not even kidding you. And all the tweens.
6, 7. What the fuck was that?
Again, hopeful little old me was like, you know what, this sucks, but at least I'll hear my favorite music live, right? Like, this is gonna be so fun. I left early. I didn't even hear my favorite music. He proceeds to make a bunch of niche meme references for like the 12 to 16-year-old age range group. And I only understand them because I'm chronically online, but every other adult in the room, including my boyfriend, is like, why is he speaking in tongue? Like, what is he saying right now? Just ridiculous to hear out loud. Like, it was like brain rot on stage. And it was like, this is really killing the vibe a little bit. Just play the fucking song. Yeah, he did the exact opposite of that. About 30 minutes in, he cuts all the music and he's like, we're now gonna have the Sombr dating show. Raise your hand and come on up on stage if you wanna call your toxic ex. Make sure it's toxic and make sure there's somebody who's gonna pick up. Again, all the tweens. We then proceeded to watch 3 tweens go on stage and call their ex. And then Sombr's on the mic like, clock it, bro, clock it, bro. Oh, chill out, bro, chill out, bro.
Why is she so funny, Mal?
I've never had such secondhand embarrassment for someone and felt such a deep cringe. Like, you know, if you see like something cringe online, you could just like exit out or something, right? I'm sitting there, I was like, wow, I paid money to see this. Like, I paid money to suffer through that. It just got worse. It just kept getting worse the more it went on. He would make like super niche references to like 13-year-olds, but then he would also say like super vulgar stuff about like getting his dick sucked. And it was like, so you know your audience is clearly 13, yet here you are. Okay. There was a moment in between songs where he literally just randomly went, bark for me. And you hear the arena of 13, 14, 15-year-old girls start barking.
Yeah, everyone bark for me, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like that. Sexy.
Immediately followed up with, yeah, I'm daddy. All of that, and he wasn't even a good performer. Genuinely, it sounded bad. Like he said he had bronchitis. It seemed like that wasn't the only issue going on there. It just doesn't seem like he knows how to entertain. He's maybe too young. Maybe he has to grow into it. I don't know. Dancing was terrible. Singing was terrible. He would let the backtrack play over the most important notes, and it was like, okay. He had this weird moment where he like had a temper tantrum on this clothing rack. Like there was just a clothing rack, and he starts throwing stuff around. And again, you know, like the 12, 13-year-olds are like, any logical, like level-headed person in the audience is like, what are you doing? Like, just sing the song, bro. And I had to leave. I had to leave because it was the most egotistical performance I've ever seen in my life. If I had known he was like that, I would never have paid money to see him. It was so embarrassing to witness. Like, he's up there just being like, I'm the shit, and also I'm the shit. And you're like, okay, all right.
Anyways, after this, Sombr made a response, and I wish he never did it, because it made it worse.
I thought I was chronically online, but it's just come to my attention that there's a TikTok drama going around because a 25-year-old attended my concert and was basically complaining that there were too many tweens there, I was making too many brain rot jokes, and she just thought it was a cringe concert.
He should have not said the first 3 sentences, but okay, let's hear him out.
And also she was body shaming me, and it's kind of started a massive body shaming hate train direct.
The fact that she didn't even body shame him.
Respect people having opinions, but I am a 20-year-old artist, freshly 20. And if you're 25 years old and you're gonna come to my concert and not expect people younger than you to be there when I, the artist, am 5 years younger than you, it's just a skill issue. I mean, also...
20-year-old is in the same age bracket as in 25-year-old than in 15-year-old, but that's a story for another day, I guess.
Like the jokes thing, like you had to have known about my online presence before coming to my concert. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I've never uttered a serious word in my life. And also I make jokes for 5 minutes of the concert and the rest is music. Like live a little, enjoy life. Every age, sex, sexuality, gender, race, everyone is welcome at my concert, and I mean everyone. You guys need to find problematic people to hate on because I am just existing. Also, I'm just gonna give a quick tutorial.
Anyways, he basically tells her to touch grass, and he doesn't address the sexual jokes, which is weird. She responds back,
Can I call you Shane? I feel like we know each other so well now. You need a new PR team like yesterday. I don't even know if you...
The funny thing about this is his mom works in PR, according to other TikTokers,
What
lol.
is interesting about what his parents do is that his mother works in PR. She works in communications, and that is so funny. That is objective.
If you have a PR team, but if you do, fire them, and if you don't, hire one, because what a dumb play. This guy made a response video, essentially calling me geriatric for being 25 and addressing none of the points I actually said in my video. I just know your team was scraping the bottom of the barrel to find something to come at me for, and we landed on body shaming. The body shaming in the room with us, you would have thought by watching that I put out a 10-minute diss about how he looks. Like, whole... I don't know. I posted a video saying he's weird in front of kids and he shouldn't act like that in front of his tween audience. And he posted a video saying, I have a tween audience and also you body shamed me. Why are you trying to get me canceled? He even said something, and you can tell it was an afterthought because his phone was like propped up at a different angle, so he thought about it after he filmed it, but he was like, any age, sexuality, gender, or race is welcome at my show. Okay. Who on earth was talking about that? What? Anything to avoid being a creep, huh? Starts out the video going, I thought I was chronically online, but apparently there's this drama. Immediately I knew it was gonna be some bullshit, because why are we acting like your management hasn't been deleting comments all week? And I was open. Paul, you know your crowd is young teens. You admit that? Why are we talking about getting our dicks out? We'll circle back to that one. Continues on to say I need to touch grass, and then touches astroturf, plastic grass. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't from nature. Definitely didn't address the death threats I got, and I would argue amplified it, noted that. And at the end, kind of alludes to the fact that he had a bad performance, because he's like, I had fever and bronchitis at that show she was at. Babe, I know. Maybe that's part of why it sucked. I don't know.
If I give my honest opinion on this whole thing, I think the guy could have just ignored the whole situation, or even if he made a response video, as he claims, he should have at least addressed everything, instead of just acting like a baby and saying she was too old to understand all that jokes like, be so for real right now. It was just an online criticism from a fan, but he took it too personally, which was funny. Anyways, subscribe.